Hi everyone, I'm making a quick video for you that'll give you a little tour of the library homepage so that you can figure out how to find scholarly sources from journals for your research project. So from the library homepage, you'll want to come over here to the left and click on Articles, Books, and Journals. That'll bring you to this page where the library has already selected some kind of commonly used databases and journals. So what I would suggest is that you scroll through this list to find databases that seem relevant to your research topics. But if you don't find anything there, what you can start with is Academic Search Premier. So click on the name of the database and then you'll click Go There. Okay, well, it looks like my internet does not want to cooperate today. But once you clicked on the Go There button, the database would come up where you could enter your keywords related to your research topic, and then it would present you with different journal articles from different journals related to your research topic. Some will be very relevant, some will not, but what you could do is read the abstracts to see if it's relevant to your projects, and if it's not, search for something else or try different keywords. Now there's another way to find relevant journals for your research projects from this same page, and that's by clicking on this link, Electronic Journals and Databases. When you do that, you'll come to this page here where you can search for articles. So you could, or journals, you can choose to have the title begins with, title equals, contains all the words. I usually use title begins with, and then I'll type in a word related to the kind of journal I'm looking for. So I'll type in agriculture. And then click enter or search. And so you'll find all of the journals related to agriculture. So there's one called Agriculture, and it has articles from 2011 to present, so there might not be that many there. Agriculture and food, but you can see that it's related to East Europe, so it may or may not be relevant to your project. Agriculture and biology, agriculture and ecosystems and environments. So let's go there, Science Direct Journals. Again, this will bring you to a page where you can search for key terms. So let's type in GMO and see what comes up. Click enter. And it'll bring up all of the articles. When you see the PDF, that means that you can click on it and you'll have access to the PDF and you can save it to your desktop to use later. But it'll give you the titles of all of the articles available. And when you click on the name of a title, some will have abstracts, some won't, but it will present the article in this way, or again, you can click on PDF and download the PDF. Okay, so that's your first lesson for finding databases to use your key terms to find journal articles from the library. Hi everyone, this short video will show you how to use the English 218 Technical and Scientific Communication Research Guide page, and also how to use research guides by subject area for your research project. So from the left hand side of the page, you'll want to go to Research Guides and Help. And from there you'll see library guides by subject area or by course. So we'll start with by course. Once you click on that, it should bring you to a list of library guides that the librarians created for different courses at New Mexico State. So we're going to scroll down until we see English 218, So there's this one, and then there's this one. It doesn't matter which one you click on. I think they're both the same anyways. So that'll bring you to the library guide for English 218. So basically what this page does is it'll present you with maybe some relevant databases for technical and scientific topics. So what you can do is exploring topics. It has some links to databases here. CQ Researcher is great for looking at kind of the pros and cons of an issue. There's also some business communication journals, which may or may not be relevant. So then you could click on the Finding Articles, and it talks about what are library databases, which database should I choose. So again, here's Academic Search Premier. There's Health Source. I know several of you have health-related topics that you'll be exploring for the Wiki project. Of course, there's journal articles, but then there are books. Hey, those books, they exist. We can still use them, but we actually have to go into the library to get those. We can't search for books from home like we could journal articles. So basically, you can use the NMSU library catalog where you can use keywords to search for books related to your projects as well. Finding local news. So I know several of the groups are looking at issues specific to New Mexico. So this lists a lot of the local news sources. You could go to their websites, look for articles, even call someone to see if they could give you a source about your project. So then there's evaluating sources and avoiding plagiarism, and then there's also the citation guides. So anyways, I just wanted to show you this library guide so that you could come here and find relevant databases, articles, maybe a little more easily. So if we go back to the library main page, again, we'll click on Research Guides and Helps, and click on by subject. Some of you might find this helpful. So if you have a topic related to agriculture, here are lists of journals that you could click on and use to find articles for your projects. Anthropology, art, so they're alphabetical, but search through and maybe you'll find some relevant databases or journals for which to search. So this quick little presentation showed you how to use the English 218 library guide and how to search library guides by subject area. This video is going to show you how to find, hopefully, credible sources online, electronic sources that are not scholarly articles from the library database. So from Google, one way you can start is if you use regular Google, you put in a word, you're going to get so many websites. There'll be some that are credible, some that are not, some that end in .com, some that end in .org, some that end in .gov.edu, and it's going to take you a lot of time to sort through that information to find what you're looking for. So one thing I suggest you to do is from the Google page, put in Advanced Google, and you'll come up with this Google Advanced Search. Click there. That'll bring you to this page. What is great about this page is that you can limit your search to a certain kind of site or domain. So let's put in hormones in cows, okay, as our keywords. There's other ways to limit your searches, but you can start with that. What you want to pay attention to is down here where it says search within a site or domain. Now let's say you don't want .com websites and you're only interested in government sites. So a way to limit your search is to put .gov in the search with site or domain category. So when you click over here on the right, Advanced Search, it should turn up government sources. Now that does not mean that all of these will be credible sources. You'll have to decide, but it does limit your search in that way. Okay, another way to use Google is to click on News up here on the left. Well, actually, let's just go to your plain old Google page again. So from the main Google page, click on News. And it'll bring up the top stories that people are publishing right now. But what's good is over here on the left, look, there's New Mexico news, world news, U.S. news, science, health. Let's click on health. So you may not find anything this way, but these will be all the top health-related issues, and since a lot of your research topics are very relevant, you may end up finding some useful sources here. But remember, these are news media sources. They may not be the most credible sources for your research projects, but they could provide some good background information or even provide you with citations to other sources. So that's just one way to use electronic sources, sources other than scholarly peer-reviewed articles from your library.